excited to be playing this film. This is a welcome, big collaboration between two alumni artists of the festival. One is director J.D. Dillard, who, he last was dazzling our next audience with his debut feature Slight, and also brings back actress Kiersey Clemons, who's been to the festival with great films like Dope, and last year she was here with Hearts Beat Loud. But this time she's in the lead, which is, and she's taking control and kicking ass. So it's a really exciting collaboration. You guys have a lot of surprises headed your way. Please welcome up the director of Sweetheart, J.D. Dillard.
What's up, guys? What's up? Midnight is so cool. Midnight's so cool. Thank you guys for coming out. Thank you. Hey, love you too. I mean, obviously, a giant heartfelt thank you to Sundance for having us here. It's like quite literally a dream come true to bring this specific film here. Also, so weird to be back in the same theater we were at with Slight, which is like so bizarre. You know, have to thank Blumhouse and Jason Blum. Huge supporter of my career, and you know, wouldn't be back up here without him. And then Miss Kiersey Clemons, you know. Guys, Kiersey kills it in this movie. You know, I hope I also did a good job, but Kiersey definitely killed it, and that is indisputable. My producer brothers and co-writers, Alex and Alex, love you guys. Billy Karesh. Love you, sir. And couldn't be here tonight, but our kind of fearless leader, Bea from Blumhouse. We wish you were here with us tonight. Guys, this movie is supposed to be fun. It's midnight, you know. It's a black woman kicking ass, which is very important to me. Yeah, like just have fun. Like just have. That's all. I really just want you to have fun. That's it. That's it. That's it. So, thanks, guys. Am I forgetting? Everybody? All right? Cool.
Cool. So, before I open up to questions, do you want to talk about the origins of the script with you and Alex?
Weirdly, not as deep as I wish it was. Was at a wedding in Virginia Beach and was standing out on the beach with a bunch of friends, and just kind of looking out in the moment of Zen, felt that the scariest thing that could possibly happen is something stand up in the middle of the water and look at me. And then I immediately called Alex and Alex. I was like, hey guys, what about this? And that is kind of where we started working on it.
And then Kiersey, do you want to talk about reading the script for the first time?
Yeah, I read it and I was like, okay, right. How are we gonna pull off this creature was my biggest concern. And so I was like, I gotta meet JD. I mean, cause on paper, a story like that, it's really up to like the director and actors, or just me, I don't know. And obviously like our editor, and everyone that is supporting and uplifting everything on the page. And so I sat down with JD, and the first question I asked was how we're making this monster work.
And I was like, I don't know yet, but.
And then from there, it was just kind of making me as interesting as possible so that you guys want to sit there and watch me for that long. I mean, it's late. That was a lot of me. Here's more me. But we talked a lot about Gina and her backstory, and there's just little things that probably you guys don't notice that just like led up to understanding her relationship with Emory, which round of applause for Emory. And making her kind of this bougie girl who got stuck on an island. And I mean, I have so many metaphors for what the movie is about and all the things that it could mean. But I guess it's up for interpretation. I mean, so literally so many things. I think, I mean, really one of the things is it's this idea that we all have monsters and we have demons and we have things that follow us. And on the surface, you may not see that in a person. And specifically in regards to women and people of color, there are these things that we say, this is happening and this is affecting me and my life is on the line, or I feel threatened. And for the white man to be like, nah, you good, is the most aggravating. It's incredibly frustrating and incredibly dangerous, and it's violent to ignore when one says, my living environment, my environment, right, my reality is a little, the way that, although we're on the same island, I'm having a different experience than you, and it's a little tough, but I need you to believe me and be here for me. And that's not what happened, so look what happened, he died. Moral of the story is when I talk, listen to me. But that's just one of the many things. That could apply to also mental illness. It could apply to anything. It just depends on the person. It just can be very personal. Or it's just a girl who is stuck on an island and it's scary.
Pretty good.
I would like to talk about the blood on the raft in the night.
Yeah, so we kind of just wanted to, the joke about Emory and Hanna's characters, we wanted to make sure that like they were in their own movie that was happening independent of Kiersey's. Did they eat Zach? We don't know. Was he kind of annoying and they just killed him? But we wanted to kind of plant something in their story that indicated that like there's this new bond between them, and clearly something grim happened out there. And kind of like Kiersey said, it's like we are kind of playing these different realities, and is your life harder than mine or not? But we wanted to just like leave some breadcrumbs that, they are the heroes of their own story, and then they try to eat our movie, but we don't let their movie eat ours. So.
About the challenges of shooting the location.
Well, Fiji's great. I mean, and no one feels bad for you when you're like, oh, shoot a movie in Fiji, because your Instagram is out of control. But there are just the kind of, like, shooting movies is hard, and then shooting movies where you have to commute 35 minutes on a boat from one island to a smaller island. You have to be careful of lunar tides. Didn't know what those were until last year.
He's looking for like things to make challenging. He's making up stuff right now.
Yeah, none of
the boat ride was awesome.
Boat ride was kind of nice.
Oh, I took a boat tour every day.
We like listened to a lot of music on the boat.
Hard.
But sometimes it was hard. And it's just like 100% of our show was outside. So like being out in the heat, being in the sun, then it gets really cold at night. It's just, it's kind of shooting in a hostile environment, as beautiful as it is. And then you do all of that and add a 130-pound foam latex creature suit. The tropical environments and creature suits, apparently, they're not the best of friends. All the things, it was like basically our little baby Revenant. Little baby Revenant. So.
Think about the script and how you're going to react and show what's going on in your head without any dialogue.
Well, to be honest, I read the script all the way through probably just once. And then I wouldn't really look at what I was even doing on my call sheet. I just kind of showed up every day because that's what happens. I didn't want to prepare myself for anything. Like I didn't want to know. I remember I showed up and we were doing the fish. They gave me fish and they were like, okay, how do you think you're gonna eat these fish? And so what you saw the first time when I chopped its head off, which is not how that goes, was me just literally trying to figure out how would I do this? How do you start a fire? How do you keep a fire going? I remember when I was getting all those little baby fish or whatever to make the, what's it called? The chum. And I was like, why am I doing this? And JD was just like, think about it. Okay. But it's really nice because it really put me in that mindset of Jen. I feel like I watch survival movies so much and I'm like, bitch, you're not smart enough to know how to, how would you know to do that? But it really when the challenge arises, you really step up to the occasion, I guess.
Yeah, and it's kind of something that Alex and I talked a lot about in writing it. You know, a lot of Sweetheart was kind of born out of the frustration of, you know, you go to a movie and then there's like 30 minutes of exposition. We kind of want to just almost as an experiment have this Spartan approach, and everything that you find out about her, you're going to find out on screen, you're going to find out live. And yeah, there's not like, you know, there's no seagull or volleyball to talk to, which aren't bad devices, just different movie. You know, and we're going to have to just learn who she is by doing. And that is kind of the fun of bringing Emory and Hanna into the film, is that they kind of reset what we thought about her, even though like we like her, but they think this about her. And then at the same time, yeah, we just wanted her to not be an expert. It's not to like make fun of her, but just, you know, if 99% of you are on the island, that's probably how you would cut the fish open the first time, you know?
She's awesome!
Yeah, right?
Thank you.
Right?
Questions about the title?
One of the Alexes, would you like to talk about this?
Oh, me? The title was an evolution. I think we passed along a lot of joke titles, and at one point we were writing the dialogue in one scene, and we just were going a little nuts out writing the script, and we started saying, why don't we just call it Sweetie Baby Pie? And then the joke started simmering. It wasn't funny. It still isn't. And then we were like, wait a second, Sweetheart actually sounds nice and might subvert some people's expectations, and it just kind of stuck. And it was born of a joke of the three of us just sitting in a room talking only to each other for a couple weeks.
And then, you know, like, what's nice is that it kind of dovetailed into, it's a term of containment for this character. You know, it's the word used to kind of keep her in a box. So, you know, it all just kind of felt nice and neat once we kept going.
And it's continued to evolve since we wrote it and since we made it. The conversation sort of just continued to happen. So, yeah, I think it's just continuing to keep going.
Maybe I was like hearing her thoughts.
It always changed. I was always remembering that it would be really easy to make the same face the whole movie. of just like, so I tried to create dialogue in my head and say everything with my face and my mannerisms. And I think going through my head was a lot of, I think there was a lot of, why is this happening to me? Because I feel like when shitty things happen to us, we do think that naturally. And I feel like Jin, she rightfully so, is feeling bad for herself. And I think it helps to make, I hope the rest of you feel bad for her. And not in a way, the goal isn't to make the audience feel bad, but it's to make you feel what Jin is feeling, which is, feel me! Fuck! Nobody listens to me, and of course this is happening to me, and no one's gonna fucking believe me. I might just die here, and you hear Emory say, you have no one. And so, I think, that's an odd answer, but yeah, a lot of times I was thinking, why me? Not Kiersey. I was in Fiji, remember? So I was living my best life. But yeah, I was thinking, why me? And just a lot of fuck! I couldn't say fuck, which was annoying. But, yeah. I don't know, sorry, that wasn't a great answer, but it was the honest one.
Let's give a final round of applause to the two behind Sweetheart.
Thank you guys.